I completely forgot. Damn, my screen sucks, bro. What a bitch. I'm pretty sure I gotta I gotta replace the whole fucking shit. I haven't watched the video on here for a while, so. I thought that was an ass, dude. Damn, I'm fucking seeing shit. Oh shit, what did I do? This no. Okay. What's wrong with this joint, bro?
Some people always ask, are you serious about your price prediction? Some people always ask, are you serious about your price prediction? It's not sarcasm. I don't know why people don't believe me. I don't own anything else. It's hard for me to impress upon people what this asset is going to be and the value that it's going to accumulate over the next 5 and 10 years. Some people
XRP's it.
Oh, XRP Army, you really got to check this out.
What a great point. ACH is younger than Wire, yet Wire is faster. So you're saying
with 10 warnings on it. When you click here, the other bank's going to get it. Be sure it's a bank.
Yeah, but you got guys. You hear Ripple, XRP, Swift, what that could do, and you saw how much money was put into Ripple just in the last couple of days, record breaking for them as well, XRP. So, what is your thoughts with that?
Yeah, I think that Swift is a very antiquated system, and it's funny how it's actually like a messaging device where you say, "Hey, we're sending you over X amount of money." Like, okay, then the bank adjusts accordingly. So it doesn't actually send money, as far as I understand it. But all the stats I've seen on how fast Ripple could do it, or any of the others that are competitors for that, they could do it much faster, much more cheaply. And that's really the pain point of replacing that system, is because you can't send money, a large amount of money to somebody in another place in the world instantly right now.
You're not alone. A lot of people are thinking that.
That's what I love about XRP. If you gotta send any type of coin, if you gotta send 20 billion Bitcoin, dude, that's just gonna charge you so much money. It's ridiculous. Ripple does it for pennies, and they do it instantly. Bitcoin will charge you, and it'll take like 3 to 5 days, bro. I don't trust moving that kind of money and waiting 5 days to know about it, bro. Sorry, man. I don't get down like that. I won't be able to sleep at night. That's a lot of money, bro. XRP, boom. They have liquid assets. They have liquidity, ODL, on-demand liquidity, which means they'll show you how much money they have to prove that they can back up your transaction. It's wild, bro. Those niggas are changing the game. And listen, you're not investing in XRP or Ripple, you're gonna end up losing, bro. You're gonna end up like the same shit. You're gonna miss out on Bitcoin, just like you missed out on becoming rich with the US dollar. Now it's inflated. It's worth shit. You know what I'm saying? The people that back then invested and were smart, they're good now, bro. Because, you know what I'm saying, they listened to what the economy was telling them. You know, so let's get back to it.
I don't understand pedophiles. I realize that's not a controversial statement. You're never going to lose the audience saying that. What do you mean you don't get it? I just don't understand that desire. Like, I don't even like children as friends. I don't understand pedophiles.
At 60 years old, this is my breakfast six-pack hack. 0 sugar. I'm going to show you how to make it. Here's how I prep the base of the bowl. But the toppings are the pièce de résistance. First thing I always do is put wild frozen blueberries at the bottom of the bowl. By the time you're finished with it, it creates a nice juice. It's beautiful. Then I use full-fat yogurt in this bowl. I mix it up. Sometimes I use 0 fat. Full fat keeps you full longer. It's so creamy. If you haven't had it, it really is worth a shot because it satisfies you. This is my favorite brand, Painchel and Sisters, really delicious. So a serving and a half of that full fat yogurt. Then I go in with a half a cup of strawberries. And then I put in a half a banana in this bowl. Then I top that with 2 tablespoons of sprouted organic walnuts, better absorbability, better, more nutrients. Then I sprinkle some cacao nibs on top, sweet little chocolate nuggets. They're all natural, all organic, absolutely delicious. Teaspoon of that, ton of antioxidants. Now I'll show you how I prepare the drizzle for this yogurt bowl. Put 1/2 scoop of your favorite protein powder in a little bowl, 1 scoop or 1 serving of PB Fit in a bowl. So you add a little water to the PB Fit. You stir that up until it becomes like the consistency of peanut butter. But the twist here is I want to get this tasting as much like peanut butter as possible, but without all of those calories for this particular bowl. So I do that. And then I add a little bit of this maple syrup. It's delicious. That sweetens it up perfectly. This alone will save me like 300 calories in this bowl. Then to 1/2 scoop of your favorite chocolate protein, do the same thing, a little water. This time you do not need the maple syrup because this is sweet enough. Now, we're going to take our yogurt bowl.
Didn't he say 0 sugar? All those fruits have a high glycemic index, especially the banana. Dude, what? I'm hoping he's going to like elaborate. Maybe not, but dude, that's a bowl of sugar.
I love peanut butter, banana, chocolate. It's like peanut butter and jelly with fudge. So this is the peanut butter that goes on top. This is giving me 7 grams of protein, only a fraction of the calories of regular peanut butter. Let's give it a taste. Those blueberries at the bottom are nice and melty. Just so beautiful. I'm going to get a banana, a strawberry, fudge, and peanut butter. The cacao nibs and walnuts are crunchy. Amazing. At 60.
I know that nigga said no sugar.
Years old, this is my breakfast 6-pack hack. 0 sugar.
Damn. Well, you know, he's a liar. I like his kind of recipes. I'll subscribe. Fucking.
Not sure if your multivitamin is working? Trust your gut.
When's the last time you had a pizza?
Dude, I'm the last person you want to ask that. It's probably been 15 to 20 years.
Seriously?
Wow.
Yes.
Can I ask you something? Do you ever just kind of feel like you're missing out?
No, I don't, because I get to eat. I mean, what did I eat today? I ate grass-fed beef hamburger. I ate spaghetti squash. I put some raw cheese in it.
Burgers are my favorite thing in the world, but I'm assuming your burger is different than my burger.
I didn't have it. There was no bread on the burger. It was just a beef.
Like I said, bro, you didn't have a burger, dog. Don't insult the burger.
I had a beef patty.
Yeah, you guys say that.
Did you have lettuce wrapped or no?
No,
Lettuce?
just
You
nothing.
don't even have a lettuce wrap?
No.
You know why? Because he doesn't eat plant.
I don't eat plant leaves.
Yeah. You can't hate on him though, bro. I get it, bro. But like, I'm pretty sure he's eaten a burger before in his life, so he knows what that's like. He already experienced it. But like, man, it got to the point when I was trying the carnivore thing. It got to the point like till today. Today, me, when I buy the big old pack of like the ground beef patties that are already separated, you know, already flattened out, I literally you can ask my son. My son doesn't even eat a burger no more. When he's with me, he just asks for the 2 patties with some eggs and maybe something else on the side. But usually it's just like 2 patties, seasoned right, cooked, and it's like a burger. It's a bun with like melted cheese on top, obviously. But he won't even like ask for the bread anymore. Like I got it to that point where I don't like I would eat a burger with the bread on it, and like just knowing what's in the bread, knowing what's going inside of me, just like man, like it gives you a little bit of a disgust because you know once you try something and you try to remove something out of your life that you know is gonna help fix your life, you stop it for like let's say a month. I did the carnivore for like 24, 25 days. I didn't reach 30 days, but it was carnivore. It was just protein, like with meats, fish, eggs, chicken, turkey, anything meat, and then just eggs and dairy with raw cheese, regular cheese sticks, you know what I'm saying? Tuna with like mayonnaise only, no crackers, no nothing. You know, and it was hard as fuck. I went hungry for days because I've been at Denver. I have no snacks to eat, nothing like that. You know, I don't have nothing sweet, and I was craving sweets like crazy, and I literally had nothing. And for like 25 days, after I did that, after I tried a carnivore or whatever, and then I didn't reach the month, I started eating bread and stuff again. And then it got to the point when I would make a burger, let's say I would take raw meat to like a job I was at, I would cook the burgers before leaving, put them in a bun, boom, 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 dress it up at the burger place or at the place, whatever, at the restaurant, and make it look good. And I would go to the car and I would start eating it. And like by the second bite, I'm just like thinking about the bread and the shit that's in it and how disgusting it is. And is it good? How am I going to feel after eating this fucking gluten, you know, this bullshit, this fucking horrible protein? And I would end up taking the buns off and just eating the burger by itself. And it just became a habit because I already knew that the bread was gonna do damage to me. I was gonna be bloated. I was gonna feel like shit. My insulin's gonna spike. I'm gonna feel tired and lethargic when I can just eat the meat and the vegetables. You know, and the vegetables have enough carbs as it is. So to remove one carbohydrate out of out of a horrible ratio of like carbs to protein in a burger, think about it, it's 2 buns and vegetables with cheese and a burger patty. And usually some places skimp out and put 1 slice of cheese. So you're talking 2 sources of 2 heavy, horrible sources of carbs, because like plants and vegetables, they have pectins in it, they have fucking lectins, they have fucking oxalates. They're like trying to kill you, so they're bad for your gut. So obviously eating high protein mitigates all that stuff, but at the same time, they're not good for you. So like, yeah, it got to the point where like now when I eat a burger, like I'll eat like half of it with I'll take the top bun off or the bottom one off. I will never eat a burger now with both buns. It's just too much for me. And it's just like once I started cutting out the bad things in my life, that's when I got a better physique. That's when my gym started like becoming a lot more easy to comprehend, because like if you work out and you eat like shit, your body's gonna let you know, because you're not gonna grow, you're not gonna get better, you're gonna always be bloated, you're always gonna look like shit, you're always gonna be fat, flushed, all that stuff, dude. So listen to your skin, look at your skin, look at your body, look how it's reacting. I have bags under my eyes now, so now I gotta realize like my stress is high. I'm working a lot on fucking my son's school shit, my son's fucking baseball shit. Like it's a lot of stuff to deal with, and then the truck, is coming soon. So like fucking, it's a lot of stress. And I even went to the hospital because of my heart, because of stress. So, food will stress you out too. You get addicted and dependent on food. So like when you don't get it, you get mad. The other day I got mad as fuck because I wanted to eat something sweet, but like I'm on a peptide where I have to keep my blood sugar low when I sleep. So I had to get cheese sticks and dip them in like guacamole. I don't really like avocados like that. And it was like 1 a.m. and I was literally like, man, I can't believe this is what like my snack looks like right now. I got stuff in the fucking fridge that's sweet. And I can't believe this is what it takes to like, build discipline, like to tell yourself you can't have that, you have to eat this. And you're alone and you're high as fuck, and then like it's up to you to make those choices. And it creates a discipline that like it almost insults some people. Because when you tell them you do this, and that, they think everything's bullshit. I mean, what did I start talking about? Whatever, let's go.
As Bitcoin hits new highs, XRP is flashing warning signs. While BTC rallies above 125K, XRP keeps printing lower highs, hinting at weakening momentum. Analysts now eye $2.90 as a crucial support. If it breaks, XRP could face its biggest correction in months. But bulls argue that consolidation is healthy before a breakout. With over $500 million in crypto liquidations this week, the market is tense. So, is XRP ready for a bounce or about to crash while Bitcoin soars? As Bitcoin...
It's supposed to crash so I can go back up. Every good crypto has retractions, man. They go back down, they go back up. They go back down, they go back up, and they go back down, back to where they were up before. Now they go up, and then they dip all the way down, and they go back to where they started. It's called the retracting, bro. Bitcoin did it for years. Bitcoin didn't happen overnight. For some people it did, but XRPs, it's going to take time. They just finished court. You got to give them time to get adopted by all these financial institutions. And so that, once they have to move large sums of money at large, scales, that's when the price goes up, because the demand goes up. And then eventually it's going to be not for sale for me and you. We're not going to be able to buy XRP. Once the institutions grab a hold of XRP, they're not going to allow people to buy it. It's going to be all the retail is going to be gone. They're all going to lock it up. I promise you. These banks got money, so they will buy all the XRP. There's a limit to how many they can have. So just like Bitcoin, there's only a couple million of them, so like there's only so many that you can have. So XRP is going to be the same way. And I'm excited because I hold a lot.
I mean, most people my age don't realize it. AI.
This is why a restaurant steak is better than yours. I'm going to show you how to cook the perfect steak dinner for 2. Wait till you notice I have unseasoned meat here. No salt and pepper yet. I'll tell you why in a second, but I have the world's biggest stainless steel cooking surface for home use. As you can see, though, this meat is glued to the pan, but that's the beauty of stainless steel. When it naturally unsticks is when we're going to flip it. It's built into the pan. These are heritage steel. You can get at the top of my page. Nothing comes close. We have 2 steaks. We're going to get more fond. Be able to make the greatest side dish for this using that steak fond. Wait till you see this. As you can see, I'm dragging this meat. It's glued to the pan. We're going to give it another 30 seconds. The benefit of cooking on this larger saute pan is the higher size. Unlike a skillet, there's no splattering whatsoever. I'm just going to give it the shake test. See how it naturally unstuck like that? After a couple minutes on the high end and medium low, let's see the sear on this baby. Absolutely beautiful, guys. See the other one. It's gonna be the world's greatest steak dinner for 2 of your life. If you see I haven't seasoned this yet, because the best time to season it is 24 hours in advance with a dry brine, which I didn't do on these two. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna season it after. It's the second best time to do it. One downside of using the world's highest smoke point oil is I forget to turn my vent on because nothing smokes. As you can see, we've developed a ton of fond here. All those brown bits are gonna get deglazed. It makes the greatest Brussels sprouts of your life. Wait till you see this. All right, we're just gonna take these beauties off, give it a little flip, see the bee on the other side, rest it in the white plate. We're gonna throw Brussels sprouts in, and we're gonna coat them in all that beef fat. And this is the secret to any vegetable. You want to get a sear on them as well. If you don't get the brown, you'll never like Brussels sprouts. Because if you don't like Brussels sprouts, this is the reason why. When you brown them in this beef fat, you're gonna absolutely love it. I guarantee it. I do want to kind of flip them all face down like this. That's the secret. Season these with some salt and pepper. We're gonna deglaze all that fond. Magically just came up. Look at that, guys. Now you're gonna have the most flavorful Brussels sprouts of your life. Now I like to add a touch of water in here with some chicken paste. Or you can just use chicken stock instead of this. Those resting juices, pour them in. Never waste that. It's the best part. Secret at the end, a little bit of butter, cold butter. I'm gonna bring this all together now. You can do this same process with any vegetable. It doesn't have to be Brussels sprouts. It can be asparagus, green beans, broccoli, whatever you want. It's gonna be great. Secret though to all of them is getting that char before in that beef fat. The thing to remember is you're cooking at home. This doesn't have to be the fanciest thing. It's all about flavor. Just put it on a nice white plate. Get some of that juice in there. Just like that. Go ahead and grab your steak and just lay it just like that on it. Because we didn't salt that steak yet. As we're going to salt that beautiful steak now with the best salt you have. Season high so it gets on every little crevice. I'm telling you, just one of the easiest steak dinners of your life. It's going to change your life. You have such an easy steak dinner for two in a clean pan. And I'm telling you, this meat is so soft and tender. Let's dig in perfect medium. Absolutely perfect. This is why a restaurant steak is better than yours. I'm going to show you how to cook. Uh-oh. This is some NorCal shit, bro. Keep your head up. Keep that head up, brother. Hey, this is far. Oh. Hey. That's far, yeah. This is only in Northtown, bro. Only in Vegas, in a gym, shit like this happens. No, this is real shit.
That was a lot of fun last night. I'm just glad we finally.
You are Poe. Poe has money that he.
You know who created Bitcoin?
There's a game called Space Quest 4 that came out in 1991. In this game, there is a coin that you can spin called Buckazoids. If you look on the coin, it has the Bitcoin logo on it.
No way.
Here's where it gets spooky.
There it goes.
Who's the developers? Rod Nakamoto and Satoshi Usaka. Who did they know? Hal Finney. Who is Hal Finney? Hal Finney is the first person to receive 10 Bitcoin on the Bitcoin ledger. And when he received those Bitcoins, he was only a mile away from Satoshi Nakamoto. So you have two developers that have the pseudonym in their names, Satoshi Nakamoto, and they knew the first person to receive a Bitcoin transaction. Hal Finney right now, he died in 2014 from ALS, and he is in Scottsdale, Arizona right now, frozen. Where do you want to keep your crypto when you want to keep it safe? In cold storage, just like Hal Finney. He's right now in cold storage, just like Demolition Man. If you go back to that movie, I think that's going to happen the same thing with Hal Finney, and they're going to thought.
There will never be, in my lifetime, another opportunity to make this much money in that short of a period of time. Even if you were doing something illegal, I don't know that you could make this much money in this short a period of time. Like, I've seen other people do it. There's been some sketchy stuff, or drugs. Like, to just invest in something and hold it and not have to do anything and make this much money that I know is coming to this network and this asset. Like, has never existed, and I don't think ever will, ever again. Now, I can't say ever again. I'm just going to say for sure in my lifetime. This is, people talk about a once in a lifetime thing. I think this is like once in a multi-generational deal. The financial system doesn't shift just every day, you know. There will never be.
I'm forever grateful for having the discipline to not spend my XRP winnings. I've never sold any XRP, I only bought. And that's hard because I've made some money on that bitch. So, you know, I just let it sit. You know, I don't even touch that shit, bro. When that shit first took my account from like 6,000 to like 15,000, I never touched money. And then when it went from like 15,000 to fucking 60,000, I still didn't touch no money. And I know I'm gonna get blessed for having that discipline. You know what it is for someone to make 15,000 out of 6, and then they see 15 turn into 60. You know how many people would have taken like, I'll just take out 10,000. That's not just 10,000. That's $10,000 worth of your shares. Once you sell that, you know, you have to buy it back now, but at a higher price. That's why the holding is the discipline. People bought Bitcoin once they became millionaires, they spent it all, now they're broke. People who held that shit and kept with the Bitcoin and invested other stuff, they became billionaires off of Bitcoin, not millionaires. You gotta be financially disciplined, bro. How long is this? 15, 21 minutes? Damn. My bad, y'all.
And the reverse carry trade unwinds. Will that be good for Japan? Also, it'll be fantastic for Japan. It'll be volatile in the short term. The Nikkei is going to take a hit when it happens, but so much of their economy will be better off. The long-term benefit for their stock market will be great. They'll be able to raise interest rates. People will invest in their economy and borrow from the government and roll money back into their own economy instead of taking it offshore like they have been for the last 30 years. I'm really excited for Japan and HSBC and SBI and all the other large banks over there that have just been, I don't want to say gutted, but like they've had stagflation for 20 plus years. That's a horrible environment to be able to, you know, stick it out in and operate in for that long. Negative interest rates at some points and still not any actual growth in GDP. And the reverse carry.
This industry can create phenomenal.
This is so much better than Nashville hot fried chicken. I can't even explain. I feel bad for you that you never had it. And until now, this was never reviewed to the public. Because in order for you to even start, you gotta make this. I like to call it the butter of heaven. You see, you first gotta throw all of these ingredients into a pan. Then you gotta grab this, the most expensive butter in the world. Since it's clarified butter, you can heat it up real hot, specifically 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Once that's done, you want to pour it directly into the ingredients you just put it in the pan. Mix it up real good, strain the whole thing, and you are left with this, the spicy butter of heaven. Next, you gotta make your chicken special. So I grab my drumstick and butterfry the whole thing so I can infuse even more flavor. For that, I use this marinade, which has quite a bit of ingredients. Now you want to let all of your chicken marinate here for a day at least. As once the time is up, coat the whole thing with cornstarch, remove the excess, heat up the butter of heaven to 350, and deep fry your chicken with it, creating something most will never have the opportunity to try. But was this a complete waste of time or actually worth it?
Ooh. Think about Nashville hot fried chicken better.
Google went crazy today. He was like, you know what? I'm about to throw on the best chicken you ever had in your life.
That was pretty fire looking, bro. Google always does some fire steak, so, you know, obviously if you're good with one ingredient, you'll be good with another. So I'll give that a 10. That shit was fire.
I kind of think we do see a pit stop between 50 and $100 for XRP when the ETFs go live. And then I think on the other side of that, I think the reverse carry trade could happen after the ETFs go live and we do get that rotation out of Bitcoin and the next leg up in alts. And then there's a big crash of everything. And then XRP does moon to, you know, thousands of dollars. I think that that's probably the scenario that makes the most sense because then they can, you know, cause the supply shock using the ETFs in that scenario because they are already all live. And maybe BlackRock holds out and waits on their ETF until that's needed to be able to drive demand to really push it to those high levels. I kind of think we do see a pit stop between 50 and $100 for XRP when the ETFs go live. And then I think on the other side of that, I think the reverse carry trade could happen after the ETFs go live and we do get that rotation out of Bitcoin and the next leg up in alts. And then there's a big crash of everything. And then XRP does moon to, thousands of dollars. I think that that's probably the scenario that makes the most sense because then they can, cause a supply shock using the ETFs in that scenario because they are already all live. And maybe BlackRock holds out and waits on their ETF until that's needed to be able to drive demand to really push it to those high levels. I kind of think we do see a pit stop between.
Now let's go into supplements I would take with tesofensin. First would be some kind of functional protein, as protein is critical for metabolic health. But bone broth protein or collagen peptides, I think the most functional protein, the most gentle to digest. Next would be creatine, as creatine is such an amazing supplement. Don't need to talk too much about that, so please do your research if you don't know much about creatine. Next would be bitters, which are pretty much herbs that help regulate blood sugar levels before eating and after eating, which helps with metabolic health. And I just think bitters are such a great way just to add if someone is really trying to enhance their metabolic health. Next would be some kind of mushroom complex or adaptogen complex. Mushrooms and adaptogens, they kind of go together in some ways, are such an amazing way at balancing out the body. And lastly would be some kind of NAD and glutathione supplement, as I'm a big fan of those, as they support the body in numerous ways, no matter what the peptide protocol is.
Hi Kings and Queens, here's what I eat in a day during my week 8 of my lean bulk.
This diet is so good. Nutrient dense and fun. It has it all. Need to see the totals at the end. So good.
To stay lean and pack on muscle. I aim for about 3,200 calories with over 250 grams of protein. Every day is a little different, but here's what I ate today. Meal 1, my favorite and must have every morning. A Greek yogurt bowl topped with apple, banana, kiwi, orange, a drizzle of sugar-free maple syrup and peanut butter. I also have some smoked salmon for the extra protein and healthy fat.
Dr. Nemo, it's gonna be a great day for your brain. Total calcium, potassium, magnesium, B vitamins, and vitamin C. Most of it from the kiwi. This is calculated on half a kiwi, half a banana, and half an orange.
Meal 2 today is sweet potatoes and chicken breast seasoned with burrito seasoning, alongside with 4 extra large eggs with spinach and capsicum.
The peppers are packed with vitamin C, way more than most fruit. Magic potato, packed with so many things. Spinach packed with vitamin K and magnesium. If you are scared of the oxalate monster, just cook it and most of it disappears. This meal alone has more nutrients than many diets I've reviewed.
Here's a quick little reminder to take your creatine.
Creatine is amazing. Improves strength, hypertrophy, might even improve memory. There's info and so much more in my guide that launches today. Nutrition, supplements, workout splits, vitality, action plan, and much more. Link in my profile.
Meal 3, which is my pre-workout meal. Today I had watermelon and 6 medjool dates. They give me the energy to push extra hard at the gym.
That much watermelon boosts tons of things. Medjool dates, great way to boost calories on a bulk.
Meal 4, which is my post-workout meal, which is the up and go. It really hits the spot after a hard workout. Meal 5, which is 3 corn on the cob with kangaroo steak served with bok choy, tomato, and some chili sauce. It was yummy.
Kangaroo steak is so lean and packed with iron. Never seen anyone eat that much corn in one sitting. Lots some fiber, potassium, magnesium.
Meal 6, my last meal, which is casein protein with frozen blueberries. It really fixes my sweet tooth before bed and keeps me full throughout the whole night.
Ending the day with slow digesting protein that will help you recover throughout the night, and one of the most antioxidant packed things out there. Nice. The totals look so good. 0 notes, apart from sunlight.
Hi Kings and Queens, here's what I
gotta call them white as fuck.
So this dummy just returned our Promaja knife. He bought it last.
What the? Hey, if you pick it up the stool, let's end the fight. Right hands, right uppercut on the jaw, right uppercut again. Romero's in all kinds of trouble. Boom, boom, again. Romero is basically out on his feet, saved by the bell. They still have the stool in there. What are they doing? They still have he's still sitting on the stool.
It was the UFC cut man's fault because he left a giant glob of Vaseline on Yoel's eye.
Él me estaba agarrando a mí los guantes. Agarrarse los guantes, ¿esto es legal o es ilegal?
It's illegal.
Okay.
Front kick to the body by Kennedy. Oh! And that's what we're talking about. Now Kennedy trying to survive. Romero's on top of him. Another shot. And it's all over. He's out. Yoel Romero. Wow.
He won that shit. Like
Swift cannot catch up to Ripple and XRP because they're not even trying to tackle the settlement problem. Once again, for those of you guys who don't know, Swift is a messaging protocol that goes back to the 1970s, completely outdated. And it's kind of just embarrassing that here they are in a proof of concept with Ethereum and Linea, no chance of catching up to Ripple and XRP. And I don't even know if they're addressing settlement. Once again, if you can update the messaging on Swift, that's fantastic. You still need to settle it up. And so Swift, Ripple, there never really was a competition. Just like you can use Swift network with dozens and dozens of different currencies, I believe that there's going to be multi-chains tapped into or integrated within the Swift ecosystem. So XRP Ledger will be included in that. There never was competition, and Swift still has not caught up to speed and solved the settlement problem, which XRP does with on-demand liquidity in real time, 3 to 5 seconds at no cost. Full update and breakdown on my YouTube as well.
Love it, dude. All these videos proving that XRP is just gonna go. I've seen like $2,200 in one day before, and I've also lost a lot. But 30 minutes, sheesh. I gotta go shower and stuff, dude. I'm tired. Later, guys. Whoever guys, bro. Fuck you.